Hey, this is going to be Wednesday, Ocho Fortino, which I believe is Spanish, or so I just told myself. We're going to be finishing out your notebook and then getting into stuff from there to help you out. If you're at the home version, I'm going to steal one from Rachel. Thank you. There is a papery thing you're going to need to get from me, so make sure you ask for this when you get back. If not, I'm going to have to harass you. And then we're going to cover the stuff with the notebook today. We're going to put your first bell work and your first homework in there. If you're dead and at home, we miss you, especially Maggie, because we're recording 6th period right now, and you're not here, so you should be watching this. I'm talking to you, just to mess with your head. All right, then also tonight we have the back to school night for your parents. You do not have to come to that. I mean, you can if you want to, but it's more for them. They get to sit here for 10 minutes, and I talk to them. It's all kinds of wonderful. I get to act just as strange with them when a random kid comes into my class. Thank you, random kid. Kaiser! This is for you. Go to the library after this, and then they're going to need to know something about your iPad. So, go you. So then, tonight, you can come here if you want with your parents. If you do, you're welcome to come into my room. I'm not going to kick you out. And I am pretty much just as entertaining for them as I am for you. They just laugh a lot less because they're old, and old people have no sense of humor. So they just blink at me the entire time. But it's fine because I still know I'm hilarious, so it works out all right. So when they get home, like, that man was not funny at all. And you're like, you have no sense of humor, parents. And like, go to your room. And you guys get that fight, and it's all kinds of great. Unless your parents are watching this right now. In that case, you're awesome. Don't listen to your kids. This is our first year with the top-bottom locker thing. We used to have really tall, skinny locker things. And so I figured out there's a new problem that I did not know existed before, which is called locker tongue. And so apparently locker tongue has become quite the issue already in our first 5 days of school. And it's not so much the little dangly locker tongue there. It's when the locker tongue dangles and then the locker below you shuts the locker on the locker tongue. And then when you're trying to go out to the buses, all of a sudden you can't get your backpack out because it's been trapped in bottom locker, and then you're freaking out. You're like, I can't, I'm trapped. And so because of that, teachers came to me and they went, Mr. Brovicast, you're really good at problem solving. And I went, I know. And they go, what's the best way to do this? And I go, you know what? I can solve this problem easily. Because what's the easiest way to free your backpack?
Rip it out.
Well, I would try unlocking it, but we don't have the combination. Ripping it out, we try, but it doesn't let go. Cutting it. So I've started walking around at the end of the 7th period with a big old pair of shears. And when I see a kid going, I can't, I just go, shakink, and release you. And you're like, I'm free! And you take off running down the hallway. So if you don't want me to shorten your backpack for you, then you need to take care of locker tongue. So when you see it dangling down there, don't go, no, that's someone else's problem. It's not. It's your problem. If not, I'm going to remove the end nubbin, and then you're going to figure out what's going on. Also, if you have a bottom locker, you may all of a sudden find a weird backpack nubbin in your locker. That's because the kid tried to leave, and it was caught in yours. So when I go schninkety, all of a sudden it leaves a little tongue that falls down on the inside. And I have kids who show up the next day going like, well, I don't know what this is. And I'm like, I don't know either. That's the strangest thing ever. It must be the locker fairies. So I'm just trying to pass information along to you. The remind. So now to you guys, yesterday you should have gotten a remind message from me. Many of you discovered it because I got a whole bunch of messages from kids. It was like raining words from kids, which was great. Usually if you send me a message, I try to respond to you for the most part. Although some kids just send me a message like blah, 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 blah. They like smash their keyboard. I ignored. Nothing personal. But if you respond, you send something to me, I'll usually respond to you in some way. If you did not get the remind yesterday, let me know. Because I'm sending another one tonight about today's homework to try and help you out. So if you're having issues, make sure you communicate with me and I can help you. Once again, if you're wanting me to print your pictures for you, Jason, then make sure that you follow these directions up there. Email it to me. I can print it for you. If you don't do the emailing it to me, I can't print it for you. Having a note does you no good if I don't have the actual pictures. Questions as far as this goes. and I print them each morning. So if you're wanting me to print them for you, just make sure you get them to me prior to first period, and then I can go printy. Printy. Roll of tape. If you came to preview day way back when, on my supply list it said a clear roll of tape. This is the clear roll of tape. Tape is clear. You are going to want one of these. You're not giving it to me. You are keeping it. You just want to have it with you. You want to have it either in your pencil pouch or have it in your locker, somewhere where you have access to it. The reason why you want it is because this is going to get you out of homework eventually. There's a way, if you are responsible enough and you have a roll of tape, that you can get out of homework. But you have to have your own roll. You can't get it from other teachers. You can't get it from other kids. You can't have it at home. It has to be here at school. You have to physically show it to me for it to count. To keep it safe, you'll notice it has a little hole on the inside of it. Your locker has this thing called a hook. Take hole, put on hook, and go shazam, because now it's stuck there and you're good to go. Or if you have a pencil pouch, you go yink, drop, yink, and then you're good to go. But you want to make sure you keep it somewhere. And then in about 2 weeks, when we get into our first real homework assignments, I'm going to say, hey, do you have that roll of tape you got of homework? And some of you are going to go, yes, I do. And others of you are going to go, huh, what? And you're going to have issues. And with the roll of tape, it can't be like masking tape, which is like that white or the yellow tape, and it can't be duct tape. It has to be clear-ish tape is what we're looking for to help you out on that one. And then, if you don't have tape, we sell it here at school. For 50 cents, you can buy a roll of tape. It just means that you're going to have to actually go out and get 50 cents. You might have to go like babysit children or something like that, or for some of you rob a bank, whatever. You make your own choice, but get 50 cents, really small bank, like a mouse bank. And then you bring in your 50 cents and you can buy a roll of tape and then hold on to it. There's roll of tape. Questions as far as tape goes? Yoink. All right, then notebook-wise. Don't open notebook yet. We're going to see how much knowledge is still inside of your head. Let's go with step 1. What is the most important thing written on the outside of your notebook? We'll say it together. It is?
Your name.
Yeah, my name, not your name. What is the second most important thing written on there?
Number.
Your name. So whatever answer you... The reason I'm most important is because I'm most important. It's right there in the phrase. The reason you're second most important, more so than like English or the A153, is that when your notebook gets returned to me, I need to know who to make fun of. So your name is critical in that happening. The English and the A153 makes your life easier. You having an easier life is important, but not as important as me making fun of you. So you have to have priorities. Next up, if, hypothetically, you were to open your notebook, what would we see written on the very first page? Don't say it out loud. Spell it using your arms. Nicely done. Ha! Huh? No luck? Do you have a backup notebook? Did you check all the classrooms?
Yes.
And there's not any of those. And you dug all through your backpack.
Yes.
And it wasn't there either. All right. You're in luck. My heart is not full of hatred. I'm going to give you one for only a mere couple of points. And your bad news is you have to start all over again and fix all of that. But if you bring me back your other notebook, then I will take it from you and give you back your points. All right? Your punishment is having to do all that work over again, and I figured that's enough of a punishment. I'm going to chuck a marker at you.
Okay.
So that you can write information on the outside of it. Catch it out of your face. Technically, that was not your face, because there was hair on it. All right, and then you'll see the stuff up there to help you. You can also talk to Mrs. Saloon. She's right there, and she's happy. All right. So we did big, giant... Next up, we did table of contents. With your table of contents, technically, you could cheat, because it's right behind me. Which side of your notebook is the homework side?
Left.
Which side is the bellwork side?
Right.
1. Good job not being first period. Because first period, when I said which side is the homework side, they went, the homework side! And I went, technically, yes, but that's not what I was going for. So good job knowing your lefts and your rights. little proud on that one. How many table of contents did we create?
3. 4.
Nice.
4.
This is why I don't teach. Wait. This might be where our issue comes in. Hang on. How many table of contents is this?
2.
That's our problem. This is one table of contents. Because one table of contents involves both pages, homework and bell work. So how many table of contents did we create with you guys?
2.
Okay. So now I understand where our issue was. So now, turn to your second table of contents. I can't make fun of you if it's not your fault. So making sure we have first table of contents, and we got good, and then you turn the page, and we have second table of contents. And it looks the exact same, correct? You can turn page, and they both look identical. Now what happens if you turn the page again? Aha! That's where our issue comes in. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to have first table of contents, turn page, second table of contents, get ready to see where this is going, third table of contents. Now, hang on before you freak out. When I turn my page again, no more table of contents. So we're only doing 3. To help prove it to you, giant number 3 behind me. So go ahead, do your third table of contents, and then we'll move on from there. This way we're trying to get all my classes about even. So we're a little behind, but not too bad. Not the end of the world. We call the end of the world math class. All right. And then I'm going to see if I can figure out names again. Aiden Foley, Antonio Sarva, Ashlyn Theobald, Delaney Cowley? No, that's Elena. Cowley? No. Seems like I should have a Cowley somewhere. But apparently it's neither one of you. Elena. Cawley. So it's close. You gave me a look like I was a complete moron when I said that. That might just be like you're looking at every teacher that way. So I'm not. I knew I really felt like I was close enough. So Cawley. So I was one letter off. My oopsies. All right. Then Elena Dobson. No. Is this Brinson? No. Does it start with a B?
Yeah.
Branson. I'm so close on that one. All right. The Collie thing really threw me off. I was on a complete loop on that. Eli Snowden, Ethan Schilling? Shalling, dang it. Shalling. Shallig. It is Shallig. I mean, of course you know your own name, sorry. Ethan Shallig. So I have a Schilling in another class. Apparently it's still corrupting my brain. So Ethan Shallig, Jackson Flora, Jason Triplett, Jeffrey Lee, John McVeigh, Journey Collins, Katie Kaiser, Kaylee Sickles, Lorelei Hevesy, Mallory Slava, Isaac Arango, Maya Sappleton, Nicole Raymond, Rachel Mailer, Ryan Morrell. Whew.
Yesterday you said my last name started with T.
Yeah, I was wrong. It happens. I'm human. All right. I mean, barely. Still, it counts. So now, you should have notebook open to your 3 table of contents. I'm not going to come around and check this one. I'm assuming if you didn't mess up the first 2, you're not going to be that kid that messes up the third one, although I could be wrong. Now, if you're still working on your table of contents, or for one of you, your entire notebook, that's fine. Turn to your next page, which should be blank. These are what we're going to call idiot pages. Idiot pages are critical for some of you because there's every chance you are going to mess something up. And when you do, because I have very specific directions on my notebook, these are the pages you are going to use to fix your notebook when you make mistakes. So to set them up, all you have to do is put a little baby X in the corner. Baby X, baby X. And these are the pages we're going to use when you completely screw up your notebook. Some of you may want to turn the page and then have another set of them there because you know as soon as I said the word idiot, your eyes lit up. And you're like, woo! And so you may want to just be like low-key, like, I'm just going to turn the page again and put a little... I'm okay with that. Having extra ones are not going to hurt you. It just helps you fix problems. So, and then one or two of you are going to turn the page again and be like, safety's sake, and just do two more. That's fine. Once you're done doing your idiot pages, turn, Jackson.
But if you want to be extra safe.
Then you can probably do a fifth set. If your whole notebook is idiot pages, we're going to have to back up. We went too far. So now, once you've done that, turn to your next two set of blank pages, past the idiot pages. And now, you're going to put page numbers in. And the way it works is, and I have actual pages 1 and 2, but I already have stuff on mine because we're a little behind my other classes. Nothing personal. So page numbers always go in these outside corners. Always bottom outside corners. So it's going to go page 1, page 2. So 1 over here, 2 over there. And then turn the page. And you're going to do 3, 4. We are going to number to 30. We're not numbering the whole book. I don't hate you like Mrs. Randall does. I only hate you enough for 30 pages. Someday I hope to work up to Mrs. Randall level, but right now she has me beat. So we're going to go to 30 pages. I fear if I made you do the whole notebook, you would pass out. Plus, I'm being honest, most of you are not responsible enough to keep your notebook the whole year. You're going to Jackson your notebook at some point, and it's going to disappear. I just turned you into a verb. And it's going to disappear. In that case, that was a whole bunch of wasted effort. So we're going to sort of like number as we go through to sort of make things easier on you. So how long are you crippled for? Do you know?
My next doctor's appointment is next Tuesday, and hopefully I get it off then.
Good luck to you. Once you've done your numbering through 30, you're going to turn back to page 1.
Yes.
If you forget how to spell a number, we can always Google it. That was fun watching some of your brains break. I watched it have that. It's okay. You were trying to think about how to spell a number. And you're like, but then how would I Google it? What would you type it? And so yeah, you just go ahead and let that whole thing sink in. So now, turn back to page 1, not page X, not page table of contents, but page 1. You'll know it's page 1 because it looks like a stick figure without any limbs on it. You're like, oh my God, it does. Yeah, that's page 1. Go up to the top of page 1, and you're going to put a big old H up there. Top of page 2, big old B up there. The H stands for?
Homework.
B stands for?
Bell.
Now, here's why you're doing it. You're going to do this for the first 10 pages. Turn to pages 3, 4, HB again. Turn to page 5, 6, HB again. All of us are like, he does hate us as much as Mrs. Randall. Nah, I know, it's right up there. The reason being is I'm really strict on this whole notebook following directions thing. And so part of that is homework can only go on the left side. Bell work can only go on the right side. So because of that, that H and B is up there to remind you. So you don't start doing the wrong thing on the wrong side. So when you see an H up there, that's to tell you homework side. Where you see the B, it's the bell work side. By the way, if you felt the need to do extra idiot pages, you might want to do extra H's and B's also. And you might want to go a little bit further. Because if you ever make the mistake of doing a homework on the bell work side, the good news is I still give you credit for it. The bad news is I make you recopy the entire assignment onto the correct side of your notebook. If you would like to not go through all that suffering, use the H's and B's. Questions from there? Yeah. Jackson.
If this is a long one, can I just do all the pages, or is that not allowed?
You can if you want to. That's fine with me. I don't give enough homework to fill a whole notebook. We'll probably only go through about half your notebook because I'm simply just not much of a homeworky person, but I'm not one to just put extra writing on pages. Now, turn back to page giant X. Turn one page. This should be your very first table of contents. Jackson.
This book does not have a page giant X.
Then go ahead and make page giant X. I think that's one of my daughters I stole. And she wrote something on the front page. Now she didn't. Look at that. Magic. Table of contents. We're going to put our first entries in here. We're going to do a homework and bell work together. I'm going to walk you through it. As an example, here is a random day from October. And so when you come in, a random day, I just took one. And so I'm going to have a bell work up here. It looks something like this. You're going to walk in. It's going to have the date. It's going to have the assignment number. It's going to have the date. And then the page number is different for every kid. So that's never going to give you the page number from there. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make an entry correctly so you don't scribble over the whole thing. All right. Taking a look at your table of contents. First off, if we're doing a bell work, which side of your notebook does this go on? Nicely done. It goes on the right-hand side. The first thing we're going to do is write down the date I'm assigning it. So below the word date, on that next line down, you're going to write the date is being assigned. If you don't know the date, it'll always be written up here, or written up there, or if you know the day of the week, written over there, and you're welcome to use any of those. Today's date is 8/14, or August 14, or Aug 14, or Ocho 14, or anything along those lines. Then when it comes to the number, this is the first bell work we've done. So, it is number 1. Good job. So you're just going to put number 1 down there. For the title, this first bell work is an easy one. We're doing it as an example one together, so I tried to think of the second easiest bell work I could. The reason it's not the easiest bell work, because a kid pointed out earlier, it could be completely blank and we do nothing at all. Good job. Yes, that would be the easiest bell work. That requires no work. So this one's going to be called a joke, because we're going to make a really easy bell work to help you out. So for the title, it is a joke. For the page, what page number are we going to use?
1.
Why not 1?
2.
Answer my question, silly monkey children. Why are we not using 1?
Because
That's the homework side. Nicely done. So 2 is our first bell work side. Now, leave your table of contents open. Coming around real quick to make sure you've not messed it up, because we had some serious issues in my other class. Just because you got... Almost done. Yeah. All right. Now turn to page 2. Once again, make sure it's page 2. It should have page number 2 down here, page number 1 over there. Earlier, we had the issue where I said turn to page 2, and a kid just like turned 2 pages. I said, what do you do? Like, I turned 2 pages. I'm like, no, don't turn. So turn to actual page 2, page 1 over there, page 2 here. The first thing we're going to do is make a heading for our work. So we go up here, you're going to put the date you're doing it, just the same one that's in your table of contents, Ocho 14. And then in the middle of the line, you are going to do the title, which is?
A joke.
Good job. A joke. Whenever we do a bell work, I don't make you write out the directions. All you have to do is read the directions and then do whatever it says. I'm not a big one for making you do extra work if we can avoid it. On this one, it says, write a joke. I tried to make it as easy as possible. All I want you to do for this is to literally write down a joke in your notebook. On this joke, a couple things to help you out. You're not reading them out loud, because I don't care. You're also only having 2 people read it. You and me. So you don't have to worry about anyone else seeing your joke. And you're not going to offend me. So if you want to do a your mama joke, I could care less. Because my mama don't care about you at all, so you're not going to offend her. The only thing that's going to be bad is if you do one that's offensive to the school. And if you're like, I hate dinosaurs, that's just bad, because everyone loves dinosaurs. In that case, I'd have to turn you like, I have no idea why this kid's a dinosaur hater. But as long as it's a school-appropriate one, I could care less. That's fine with me. The only way to fail this assignment is to leave it blank. Literally, here's the easiest joke you could put down. I do my homework. There you go. You can just write that down and you're like, it's a classic. And you'd be good to go on that one. So something along those lines. Now, if you don't know what a joke is, one, that explains a lot because I'm hilarious. And half of you guys spend your time just blinking at me. So I understand the fact that apparently you've never heard a joke before and you need some help with it. So I'm going to give you just a couple quick example jokes to try and help you out. If you don't like my jokes, you don't have to use them. It's for the kids who've never heard a joke before. But apparently, some kids don't like my jokes because they're either too high level or too low level, but that's fine with me. All right, let's go with, not sure how level. You guys might need to put your hands like this to catch the joke in case they go over your head, because sometimes that's just going to happen. Let's go with, we'll start off with a good dad joke because I am a dad, so every joke I do is a dad joke. Let's go with, okay. What is the balloon's least favorite kind of music? Pop music. All right, so apparently that was not the... All right, so we'll go one that requires a bit more thinking. What did the green grape say to the purple grape? Breathe, man, breathe! See, when you hold your breath, you turn purple, and so the green grape is talking. So apparently, we'll go for a slightly higher level thinking joke, I think. We'll go with, okay. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea? No idea? No idea. So apparently, you guys really are going to have to Google jokes later. All right, we'll do, all right, how about, what do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs? Still no idea? Get it still. It has no leg. Well, all right, so then we're going to go even farther down. So let's go with years ago when my daughter was 4 years old. I came home and we were having dinner together, and I was explaining that I was telling jokes in class as part of the bellwork. And my 4-year-old daughter was like, Daddy, I know a joke. And I go, okay, dear, what's your joke? And she goes, okay, look, Daddy, a fish. I went, there's no fish. She goes, I know! That's why it's funny! And then just started laughing. So for some of you, that may be your level of joke. You just want to write down, hey, look, there's a fish. And then when someone goes, there's no fish, you'll go, no, it's a classic. And then just start laughing. The fact that more of you laughed at that joke than the other ones tells me roughly where your humor level is. I apologize for aiming so high before. That's on me. You now have 30 seconds to write down your example of a joke. Whatever it might be. I'm going to come around and make sure you're setting it up correctly. The only way to fail this is to leave it completely blank.
That's fine. Beneath the word says a joke, just something that area.
The worst part now is you guys are now going to randomly look in your notebook and giggle. You're going to be like, what? A fish? There's no fish. And just start laughing. Like, oh my God, those kids. Right. Now, if you've not finished your joke, congratulations. You've given yourself homework. Turn back to big giant page X. Starting on giant page X. Once again, turn one page. We should be at that very first table of contents. You'll know you're in the right spot when over there to the left or the right it says the A joke. We are now doing a homework entry together. So which side of your notebook does the homework go on?
Left.
Those were some interesting pronunciations of the word left a second ago. You nailed it on that one. So the first thing you're going to do in that top corner right there, the date I assign it. If you're not sure, look at your bell work. It's the same date. Ocho Fortino. Then for the number, does not connect with your bell work. It's a whole different number. So on this one is our first homework that goes in your notebook. So it's going to be number 1. Good job. So you put down number 1. Now, for the title of it, it is going to be called Class Names. But you already knew that because you guys are smart. Good job over there, Eli. The fact it's written right there where it says Class Names. So you knew ahead of time what it was going to be called. For the page number, what page number is it going to be on?
1.
I know this one. You guys know this one. We got this one. There's a problem. So put it on page 1. And then stay there for a second. And maybe hold up your notebook once you're done. I'm going to take a quick view because I like you guys holding it up. It made it easier on me. And making it easier on me is important. I can't believe I've gone 20 years and not made kids do this. You guys are the first kids that have made me smart. Good. Come back to the table. That's good.
Oh,
Cannot see it.
it's
There's better.
just too funny. I
Is
just
he-
want to go look at it again.
Have you used the marker to write your name on the outside?
No.
Probably because I hit you in the head with it. So it knocked out some knowledge. You might want to fix that. Struggle bus. All right. Now, turn to page 1. The one that looks like a stick figure without the arms and legs. And you're now going to put the entry again. Left-hand side. Top left-hand corner. What are you putting? Ocho Fortino. August 14. In the top middle, you're going to put?
Class names.
Good job. Then for this one, the directions, again, you don't always have to write out. But I will give you guys the directions on Remind today. I'm going to put them up there behind me. They're also going to be on my website. So I usually give them to you in multiple spots. If you want to write down some of the directions, you can. But I'm not going to make you. Don't freak out. Yeah, it looks like a lot. It's like 38 words. I know, you're going to pass out letting the knowledge go into your head. But I have faith in you reading 38 words. Plus, I'm going to explain it to you as we go through. For the class names homework assignment, you are going to be writing down the names of every kid in this class. For this class, 6th period, you have 22 kids plus 2 big people. So you're going to be writing a total of 24 names. I will be sending out a remind that has this on there also. It's not due until Friday. I will be going over the names again. You guys are in luck because if you watch the video, I went over all the names earlier. So you could go back and watch the video and it's like a gift. That's up to you. My other classes are out of luck. They can't cheat off of you. We'll pick up here, finish out tomorrow. I'm done with y'all. Away.